Okay, hello. This is Kurt from Fermentation Adventures. I wanted to do hopefully a pretty quick Brewfather tip video to cover inputting a recipe into Brewfather for your profile from a website or a book or something to really match what the recipe author had intended. Again, I'm starting over here on the Breeze website because if you go to their brew website here from breeze.com over to brewingwithbreeze.com, you can see they have a large number of recipes out here. Just some great examples to show what I'm talking about here. So if we go here, I chosen Marzen from the list. Ashburn Marzen is a pretty nice, simple example of what I'm trying to cover here. So again, you can see this is a 5-gallon batch. My typical target is a 6-gallon batch because I want 5 gallons in the keg, and we have certain losses in my fermenter. And again, really the key thing to really take into account is the target original gravity. Here it's 1050. And again, kind of the actual percentages, not so much the weights. You can see here, this is a good example because the total malt bill is 10 pounds. And, we have a breakdown of 541 or 50-40, 10% of the overall malt bill. Other recipes, you can grab a calculator and calculate that out. But anyway, if I jump over to Brewfather here now, and again, let's start adding a recipe and call this, video in style. Really doesn't matter. But you can see it pre-selected my default Brewfather equipment profile, which is a 110 volt with a hot rod. So again, the batch volume is 6 gallons. So again, right off the bat, there's a discrepancy. And again, in this specific example, probably could figure it out, but recipes always tend to be, targeted to different brew house or mash efficiencies. I don't know if it's out on the Breeze website, but it really kind of doesn't matter. Going through this method, we can, match it to our system as we want it and kind of get to what the author intended. So again, as I do this, I'll just add the ingredients. Breeze Pilsen 2-row. Again, I can just add everything as a pound. So it was aromatic malt. Well, we can add that as a pound, and it was Ashburn mild malt. We can add that as a pound. Right. So again, we have our 3 malts in here that are the basis for this recipe. So then from here, we can go in, and now we can go and actually modify the percentages to really match what the recipe was intended for. Right. So we can do 10% aromatic, Ashburn was 40, Pilsen was 50. Bang. So again, from here, the percentages get modified based on the kind of the original 3 pounds or so of the grist. So then that's the percentages. The next thing, again, I called out was the gravity, right? That's the next most important thing. So we put in 1050 scale, and bang, we're right here. We have a 1050 batch, scaled for my system at 6 gallons. And again, you can see the malt changes a little bit. I typically, really, if I go to actually brew this, I get rid of the percentages. I'd probably do 5 pounds, 14 ounces, 4 pounds, 10 ounces, and, 1 pound, 3 ounces. Things are going to change the percentages in a minute way. And when I'm weighing out the malt, it's not going to, make me lose my mind. But anyway, that's kind of the key to really getting the, getting the gravity and everything else where we want it. So if you can see here, we have the original gravity and the ABV. Again, it's probably off a little bit. The reason it's what were they expected to be was ABV was 3.8. And they must be calculating this by a different calculator because that looks way off, 3.8%. Anyway, but again, original gravity is 1050. Final gravity Brewfather gives us is 112. There's a little bit of a discrepancy there. And again, our color is pretty much right on. Again, things like different calculators are gonna skew a little bit. But then the next important thing again is really the bittering. This one only has bittering hop addition. You can see here Hallertauer for 4% A alpha acid at 1.5 ounce, right? So if I just go in and look at my inventory, HA Hallertauer middle fruit, this is what I have 4.4%. And if I put in 1.5, again, IBUs are a bit goofy, but again, let's just assume we're going to try to match the calculations here to make just kind of match the intention again, right? So you can see really what I look at is the bittering unit to gravity unit. You can see as well our IBUs are above that a little bit, but a quick and easy, trick that we have to do with this. I mean, to deal with this, if we add 18 in here and scale, bang, we go right to the, this is the input amount of hops, to match that IBUs. Honestly, if it's me, I'd probably be doing, either somewhere between 1.25 ounces or an ounce and a half. And again, just kind of punting on that little bit of bitterness. IBUs are really, it's kind of a bit of smoke and mirrors and guesswork and everything. But that's about it. That's where I kind of start when I'm building the recipe out. When you start getting into your aromatic hops and everything else, whirlpool hops, think you could probably stick closer to the recipe. Maybe scale it a little bit because your volume might be a little bit different. But this is how I typically go about it. So if you have any questions or comments, or you want to see something, maybe see a quick video about building a equipment profile, there should be plenty of those out there. But again, this is something Short Circuited Brewers and David Heath have done similar type videos. But again, not really geared towards, going out and building your own thing based on, previously published recipes. And the last comment I wanted to mention. So the last thing I would mention here is, again, if you think this video is useful, please like. If you think you're getting value out of the channel, please subscribe. If you have any ideas for similar Brewfather videos, please comment below and let me know. Thanks.